So welcome to lesson 8. Today we are going to do a high lift configuration, but in 2 dimension. So I don't have a geometry that I can import, but there are a lot. But today I just want to show you the basic blocking topology. So I'm just going to create something that is essentially representing all the features of a high lift airfoil. So let's just go ahead and create some points. The first part is going to be called sleds. I'm going to create them on screen, and this is going to be my sleds points, and I am going to create some curves on that. This could be a semicircle and arc, and then this is the two trailing edges. It doesn't essentially represent the shape like I said, but we want to get the topology correct. So first, when you do the blocking for a simple structure like this, you can apply the same principle for an airfoil, a high lift airfoil that you import. So let's create the main wing. The main wing is going to look like main wing. It's gonna be, so this is going to be my midpoint, and it's going to be something like this. This is the trailing edge. It will have an area cut off for the flaps to deflect, and now we can create the top curve. The trailing edge, and the bottom curve. Okay, and then we got the flaps. So let's create the points for the flaps. Going to be a bit lower than the wing. Missed the point there. This point. Okay. So this essentially represents a high lift airfoil. It's got all these features: this trailing edge, this trailing edge, this trailing edge, and this trailing edge, which will be in a real high lift airfoil. Now all we need to create is an inlet and outlet. So this will just be our usual. I'm going to create just a simple inlet outlet, like a box shape, and for my outlet will be somewhere here, and I'm just going to create some curves in my inlet. This is my inlet, and I also got these parts called walls, tunnel walls. and this will be my tunnel walls, and then I select my part outlet. This will be my outlet. Great, so now all we need to do is create a surface, and this will be our fluid zone. Fluid 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so the basic geometry is done, and I'm going to save this in here, saying Airfoil sample. Just call this stage 1. Move this guy a bit this side. Alright, so now we can start with the blocking, and the blocking is going to be in the fluid zone. It's going to be projected vertices, and it's 2D planar. Initialize with settings, apply, associate, vertex to point, vertex to point. I change the view. Okay, so I made a mistake there. Let's view it in that direction again. Yes, I did. This vertex to this point, this vertex to this point, and after that this edge to this point, edge to this curve, sorry, this edge to this curve, and this edge to this curve. So like always, it's our first step. Turn off the surfaces, just keep the curves on, turn the curves off just to see if everything is associated. Green edges, red vertices, everything good. You can go ahead with splitting. We're going to split by point, by prescribed point. Select this edge, zoom in, select this. Oh, that's not even close to what I thought. So let's just do screen select and do this edge again and keep it somewhere here. Yes, and then one here, one here, and one here. Now remember that even though this is one block here, we are going to have to associate all the other blocks from this block, but there will be several splits. So this trailing edge block, you cannot connect this edge to this wing. It needs to go above the wing. So you will get what I'm saying just in a bit. So the first thing you do is you block the slats, not the wing, the slats first. So you start from one direction. So I'm starting from the slats, and I'm going to split this edge, and that's fine now. I'm going to go to merge blocks. Oh, that's not it. There's it. Yeah, merge blocks, and merge these three. Okay, and that's it. Also merge yeah, I need to associate this edge to this curve, this edge to this curve, this edge to this curve. It's not projecting, so let me just do that again with project vertices option on, and do that, and then just to make sure everything is okay, just project vertices to points as well. Okay, and these outer edges to here. Okay, and then I'm going to use a linear split to do this one, and here as well. Just get the shape of the geometry, the slit geometry. Okay, now this block here, if I turn on the edges, we turn on the blocks, this block here needs to go above the wing. It cannot go through the wing. Then you'll have a lot of difficulties meshing this area and this area. So I'm just going to turn on the edges and do a split here. Yeah, do a split here. Fine. And then do another split here, and another split here. It's okay. Now you will need to do one more split through the structure, just so you can get this edge correct. Sorry, two more splits it is, this one and this one. Yeah, so now you got the shape done right. So what we're going to do is just move the vertices of the blocking, fix in Z direction, and move this here, this here, this here, here. This is what we're gonna associate, so it's not a problem. Okay, and then move these vertices down. This one here, this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Yes, and then again another split, because we want to capture the bottom trailing bottom curves of the wing as well. So a lot of splits, and but it's going to help you get the mesh correct. So we're going to associate now this sorry, this to this, yes, and this to this to this and this to this. Right, so that went quite okay, and now we're just going to do again linear splits, just to make sure we get the shape correctly. Okay, we've done that. Here as well. And associate some vertices to points, just to glue everything to the right place. And just turn off the curves, and I see this edge is not associated, so turn on the curves back again, associate this edge to this curve. Okay, so now we've completed the slats and the main wing. Now we gotta do something about the flaps. Split here, just at the leading edge, and one at the trailing edge. Now if you think, you see which blocks belong to the flaps now. It's this block and this block, so just going to associate this. Well, to be honest, it is just this block, my bad. So I'm going to associate this here and this one to this curve, because if we associate this edge, then the blocking continuum from the trailing edge of the main wing will get attached to this, and we don't want that to happen. So to move this here, you need to do some movement here as well. Move this here, move this here, move this here, just to make sure you get the right orthogonality so that the mesh is of high quality. And this here. Okay, and we can just do some splits now that it will be almost done now. We still need a few more steps to add some mesh parameters and to add some trailing OR grids. So what we're going to do is go to OR grid, select blocks, and select this, and this. Make sure you select all the blocks. Click OK. Select edges. Select this and this, I think, and click apply. It is around the blocks. Hold on a second. Not sure what's happening here. Oh, that's okay. So we can make sure if I think I didn't need to select the edges there, so just going to undo that and undo that until the OR grids are okay. So select again this and this, and click apply. Yep, that's okay now, but it's a bit big, so just going to go to edit edge, modify OR grid, rescale OR grid, and select this all visible selected edge, and select this edge, and select to rescale by half. Yep, that's better. And then now I can just delete the blocks inside it. Okay, it's fine now. We still need to make some movements to bring the orthogonality to the grid. We'll do that after we put all the OR grids. We can select this block. It's just two. Yes, these two. Select, and maybe this time we'll write at 0.5. Click apply. Right, it's fine. I forgot to select this block, so sorry about that. Select this, and this. Yes, click apply. Yep, and then select block again. Select this block, click apply. Yes. Okay. Now all we need to do is just move around some edges and delete some unnecessary blocks. Delete the internal blocks. Delete this. Delete this. Delete this. Okay. Now we've got everything fine. All we need to do is now move around stuff. Before that, we can just link the edges that we can. So this one I'll link to this. This one I'll link to this. This I will link to this. This to this. This to this. This to this. Oh, I didn't select. Yes, and this to this. This to this. And now you can just have a look on your own and see which blocks are not orthogonal. Just move stuff around. To be honest, you can even link again these edges that's going below the boundary there, and link this one to this one, just to make everything perfect. That to that, this to this, and that's pretty much it. When you are actually doing fine meshing, like for actual simulations, you need to make sure that these edges are such that, I think I lost my associations, yeah, or maybe I didn't associate it to curves, or maybe I did. Sometimes it happens. I just want to make sure it's associated to the curves again. Green edges is what I need. Okay, and this one to this. If there's too many splits, don't follow this way. Just unsplit it and associate to the curve, and then split it again. Since there's not too many, I'm just doing it like this. Okay, and this edge to this. Now let's turn the geometry off and see what we have. This is the blocking, which represents a high lift configuration. This methodology you can apply for a real 3D configuration as well, just so that it will be extruded in Z direction. Or you can follow this blocking topology and just repeat the same thing, just thinking instead of 2D, 3D. I'm just not happy with one place. It is this one, so I'm going to just move this a bit down. Yes, so that's it. Now I'm just going to put some mesh parameters. Lots of edges, so it's going to 20 and copy parameters, apply spacing 1. I'm going to give as ratio 1 1.2 and spacing 2 as 0.05. That's enough for this tutorial's purpose. It is enough. 20 here as well, and spacing 1 is 0.05, ratio 1 is 1.2, because that's where these edges start from. If you look in the direction of the arrow, this is the end of the edge, so 20 nodes. Again, ratio 2 1.2 and 0.05, spacing 2. Click apply. Spacing 2 I didn't change. 0.5. Click apply. Yes. And here as well, 20. 1.2, 1.05. Sorry, it's spacing 1.2. For some reason this mouse is not working properly, so spacing 1 is now, I need to change spacing 1. Click apply. Right, now we've done the far field edges. Just need to give some spacings here. Just going to do it simply. Just give 20 everywhere and 20 here as well. And for this zone I'm going to give 20 as well. This zone I'm going to give 20 as well. This zone I'm going to give 20 as well. This zone I'm going to give maybe a bit less, 10. Here I'm going to give 12. And here I'm going to give 12. And the ore grids. Now remember, I did ore grids separate for the 3 parts so that the spacing values can be controlled separately for the 3 parts if you want to control it according to the local chord length. So I'm going to put 12 boundary layers and 1.1 and 0.001, maybe not, yes, and here I'm going to put same, maybe less because it's a very thin spacing, 1.1 and 0.0005. Now these are just values I'm choosing from my head, so you probably need to go and calculate your y plus y value. Okay, so kind of almost at the end now. Okay, let's just pre-mesh and see what we have. We forgot to do one area, this one. Let's just do it as 20. In between the wing and the flaps, it actually needs to be a lot more refined, and you can even move this these nodes. Let me just turn on these nodes a bit up, just so to say that the connection is well between the flaps and the wing. Okay, pre-mesh, and I have not also put spacings here. Simply going to put 20, and here I'm going to put 25, sorry, 25. Mesh. Let's turn off the edges. View what we have. This is the blocking. Let's just I'm just going to double this just to make sure. So this is what it actually is going to look like. If you follow this topology, you probably will be able to capture the high lift configuration with the correct blocking. Okay, well, that's it, I guess. I'll probably do for CRM wing body blocking in the next tutorial. But thanks for watching.